for 2A, you're going to start with downloading the materials. I'll click on Download All Files. Then in addition, you're going to want to open up a new tab and type in office.com. Make sure that you sign in if you're not already automatically signed in. You're then going to go down to Apps, select Word, and then upload a file. And you're going to follow the same process as you did last week. We're going to start by opening up the start file. It should have your last name plus Word 2A, Word for the web. You'll click on Open. That's going to open up your start file. You can also go to your main MyLab window, which is going to show you step 2, which has the previous steps. We've already just done step 1, so that means we're on to step 2. Just making sure that you have your ribbon up. So your ribbon is this entire area up here. If for whatever reason you only see this thin line, just click on this down arrow and then choose Classic Ribbon. And let's take a look at step 3 now. So it says on your Home tab, Paragraph Group, you're going to open up your Show Hide. And then we also want to select anywhere within the word objective. And so from here, we're going to go ahead and again, in your Home tab, Paragraph Group, we're going to turn on your Show Paragraph Marks. You're then going to click anywhere in Objective. It also says to go out to your Table Layout tab. And then in your Rows and Columns group, which is on the top left, it says that we need to insert a new row. So you'll click on Insert. And this is going to be Insert Row Above. It'll also tell us that we need to type in Daniela Frank. After that, we need to adjust the size to 18. So I'll select that, go to our Home tab, and change that to 18-point font. For step 4, we're then going to press Tab just to move into this area here. We're then going to type in the address, which is Deerfield, Wisconsin, 53531. We'll do a Shift Enter. So I just held down my Shift key and press Enter once. And now I'll go ahead and type in the phone number. Again, I'll do another Shift Enter. Then I'll type in her email address. The last part of step 4 says to select all the text in the second column that we just entered. So we only entered this. We're then going to do a right align. So I'll go up to my Home tab in my Paragraph group. I'm going to go ahead and click Align Right. For step 5, it says to select all of the text in the first row. So that's her name across her contact information. We're then going to go back up to our Table Layout tab. In the Merge group, it then says to click on Merge. It also says to select all the text in the first row again. So I'll start with Daniela Frank, including just her address and email address here. Once you do that, we're going to go up to our Table Design tab. And then it says in your Borders and Shadings group, click on the Cell Shading. We're going to select the first column, second color. So 1, and this is the second color in the first column. For step 6, it says to scroll down and put your insertion point anywhere in the word Experience. So I'm just going to click anywhere within this word Experience. Now on my Table Layout tab, in my Rows and Columns, I'm going to go to Insert, and then I'm going to select Insert Row Below. This is where I'm going to type in Education in all caps. I'm also going to tab over to the right, and I just zoomed in a little so you can see this, where you're going to type in Madison area, Wisconsin. Sorry, technical, college, and then it was Madison. WI. I'll also do another Shift Enter. Double check your spelling. So this is technical. Also, this should be college. Let me fix that. And then I'm also do a Shift Enter. That will bring me one line below. It also says go to our Home tab. On your Home tab in your font group, we're going to bold it to turn off our bolding. And then we're going to type in Associate of Science in Information Systems, June 2024. We're also going to go back up to our main ribbon. On our Layout tab, it says to change your spacing after to 18. So I'll type in 18. You can also press your Enter key after you type in 18. And that's going to bring us to step 9, which says to select all the text in the objective row. So that's this entire section here. Now on our Layout tab, in your paragraph group, we're going to go to the dialog box launcher. So your dialog box launcher is this little square on the bottom right with a little diagonal arrow. Okay, and here it says underneath spacing. So in this section here, we're going to select the before to 5 point. So I'm just going to manually type in 5, and then I'll click my OK button. Notice now there's a little bit of space between the word objective and the first line. Finally, for step 10, it says to go to our Insert tab. In our header and footer group, we're going to click on Header and Footer. Also at the bottom of the screen, we're going to go into the left section. And then we're going to use our own name. So for me, I'm going to type in Terrianne_Brown_2A. You would use your own first and last name. And then you can just select or click on this Close Preview button. Once you're done with that, you're going to go up to your file, do a print. We're not actually going to print this. We just want to see what it's going to look like if we were to print this. We'll then click on Close or Cancel rather. Up at the top, you'll click on File, do a Create a Copy, download a copy, and then you'll go back to your main MyLab window, click on Upload File and Submit for grading. You'll select the file that you just worked on, click on Open. You'll then click on Upload, Continue, and then you might also have to click your Submit button if it didn't automatically submit. So just as an FYI there. As for the 2B, and let me open it up from my instructor area. You're going to follow the same process where you download the materials, download all files. In your office.com, go to Apps, select Word. Make sure you open up the start file that has your last name. So I'll go to Upload a File. I'll also select the one with your last name, Word 2B, Word for the Web. I'll click on Open. And then I'm going to go ahead and follow the instructions that are in this Preview Steps section here. And so let's open up the 2B. I'll also zoom in a little bit so it's easier for you to see here. Just like the last time, you're going to turn on your paragraph marks. For step 3, it also says to put your insertion point at the end of the document after the exclamation point in the last sentence. So I'll click once here, press Enter once, and then from here, I'm going to go ahead and insert a table. So I'll go up to my Insert tab, I'll click on my Table button, and it says a 3x4 table. So I'll go across 3 times and down 4, so it says 3x4 table. Here it says to type in the word position. I'll press Tab, type in the word type. and then this is, oops, I think I'm typing too fast for this, type, and then location without an S. Here I'm going to go ahead and type in paralegal. This will be part-time, and this is going to be Frederick, MD. This is going to be legal records clerk. This is full-time, 2 months, and then I'll also type in rest in VA. For step 8, it says to put the insertion point in the last row. And then we're just going to go ahead and delete this row. So to delete the row, what we're going to do is to go up to your table layout tab. It also says to go up to your rows and columns group. We'll click delete and delete row. For step 9, we're going to go ahead and select all the cells just in the first row. Now on our home tab in our styles group, we're going to select heading 2. So if you're like me and you don't see heading 2, just click on this little down arrow and then select heading 2 from there. So with these still selected, in our paragraph group, we're going to do a center align, which is here in your paragraph group, your center button. That's going to bring us to step 10, which says to go to your table layout tab. And then in your rows and columns group, you're going to click on select. We're going to click on table. And then now on our table design tab, in your table styles group, so this large group here, we're going to click on this down arrow so that we can see all the options in our gallery. So from here it says to find grid table 1 light, accent 1. So here are the grid table sections. Make sure that you hover your cursor over each one of these until you see grid table 1 light, accent 1. That's going to bring us now to step 11, which says on the table design tab, in your table styles group, we're going to go to table color, and then we're going to select the 4th color. So this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. For step 12, it says to position your insertion point at the beginning of the document. Your beginning of the document is right in front of the first word. In that case, I'm clicking in front of the word capital. We're then going to go up to your insert tab. In your header and footer group, you'll click on header and footer. And then it says at the bottom of the screen, we're going to position our cursor in the bottom left. And again, we're going to use your own first and last name. For me, I'm typing in my first and last name _ 2B. And then I'm going to go ahead and close my preview or close my header and footer. Once you do that, you can go up to your file tab, do create copy, download a copy, and then you're going to go ahead and go back to your main MyLab window, click on upload file and submit for grading. Make sure that you select the document that you just worked on. You'll know it's the most recent document because if you click on your date modified button, make sure that it has this little down arrow here indicating that your most recently saved document is at the top. So I'll click on open, I'll select upload. Here I'm just going to click on continue. For you, you might have to click the submit button, but then it should automatically score it for you.